I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today we are going to share with you amazing evidence that Muhammad is a prophet. You know, always you ask yourself, why Muslims they believe that Muhammad is a prophet? Don't forget to please invite your friends. As you see, we did not tell people that I'm coming, and people maybe mostly they will not expect me to be back. But you know, for me, I prefer to do something good, better than just you know, wasting time. And you know, I mean, sharing the truth is the best thing a human being can spend his time doing. So today we will share with you an amazing discovery that the prophet is proven to be a prophet. But how that happened? This is something you Christians don't want to see. Your parents don't want you to see it. Your family, the priest, nobody wants you to see the truth. Yes, Muhammad was a prophet, and it says here in the video title in front of me, an evidence proves that Muhammad, PBUH, this is like a kind of a chemical thing in Islam, you don't understand, is a real prophet. But how that happened? What is that exactly? Let us hear together, and you will be really surprised how they discovered that he's a prophet.
Talk about modern times versus old times. They just discovered a few years ago an amazing discovery.
What is that?
And they put it on the radio.
On the radio too?
I was driving home from an event in Virginia.
Okay.
I was falling asleep at the wheel.
No way.
And I came to a stoplight. I put my head on the steering wheel. My little daughter, she was saying, "Daddy, wake up, Daddy, wake up." I'm like, what?
What a drama. Okay.
I said, I can't, I'm gonna have to pull over and stop. I'm too tired, I can't get back home.
All right.
So she turned the radio on all the way up, real loud.
Okay.
And the voice on the radio says, "Never stand up when you eat or drink." I went, huh?
But what?
Then he said, "Always sit down when you eat or drink."
But what?
Sound like Jamaat Tabligh is in town. What's that?
Yeah.
And then he began to explain the damage that's caused to the throat, the esophagus, hiatal hernias, damage to the stomach, the liver, spleen. He broke it down. The next 30 minutes I was driving home like, oh my God. But by the way, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about this 1400 years ago.
Wow.
So
now,
when we...
I don't know why the admin is even posting the video of a Muslim so the Christian will click and go there. I mean, do you see how genius our admins here? They are posting for you the link for the Muslim video so you can go and click. Thank you, admin. That's very nice. I mean, this is what you do, right? I mean, this is what admins do. Like, you know, do you think admins in a Muslim chat, they will post Christian Prince videos so Muslims will go there? No. But the admins in Christian Prince chat, they will post the Muslim video link so people will go there. Where you been trained, Lisa? What the heck? Anyway. Oh man, I always hire the perfect people for the perfect job. I'm like Allah, you know, I don't do mistakes. So look what happened now. How Muhammad is not a prophet, and he said, don't drink when you are standing up. Don't drink or eat when you are standing up. How he do that? And now scientific discovery that this is really harmful. And by the way, there's many people that die because they are eating and standing up. I heard of a person, he drink when I is standing up, he die immediately. Actually, other person, he drink when he's standing up, and then he went home, he found himself looked like Christian Prince. Other person, he went home, he looked like himself, he looked like ZakirNaik. This is how severe the penalty is. You know, one of the funny things about the Mohammedan, they are obsessed with lying. He knew that not a single person is going to check what we heard the Prophet said. Is it really true, Prophet, that Muhammad was talking about health issue, or he was talking that shaitan will drink with you? And Muhammad himself, he used to drink standing up. And he used to drink standing up and sitting too. But the Prophet forbid us, brother, from drinking standing up because it's harmful. Do you think Muhammad, he was mistaken when he's standing up? What do you think? Maybe Muhammad was not the same to Muhammad. Because Muhammad, he told them not to drink when you're standing up, and he himself was drinking standing up and drinking sitting down. This is the hadith in Imam Ahmad. I could not find it here in English, but it's here. We can share the link with you. It says the reason why Muhammad, he said what he said. He said, and let us zoom out. From Abu Huraira, the father of the cats, he said that the Prophet said, the Messenger of Allah, he said, he saw a man drinking standing up. So he said to him, and then the guy, he said, what's up? So he said to him, are you happy that a cat is drinking with you? What? He said, no. He said, he is drinking with you, and he is more evil than shaitan. Anybody can explain to me what is that? When the guy drink up, shaitan said, so a cat is drinking with him? What cat is that? Oh, what you need to do? Actually, here there's a hadith. Before we go there, it says, we used to drink and we used to eat when we are standing up. And this is, let us go and try to find it in English. Maybe we can find it in English. Here we go. We found it. Do you see it? At the time of Messenger of Allah, we used to eat while walking and drink while standing up. And this is Sahih. But this is supposedly, and how in the world even this is the proof that he is a prophet? If we go back here to see what is the reason Muhammad is upset when you are drinking standing up. Because the cat will drink with you. Let us see if we can click translate to English. All right. Abu Huraira, where is Abu Huraira? Okay. Me translation is coming very funny. Coffee? What coffee? Okay. He saw. He said he saw a man who was drinking while standing. He said to him, like he cough, not coffee. He said, why? What's up? So he said to him, do you like a cat to drink with you? So this is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet? Or this is the proof that he's mentally ill? You can expect Muslims to come with many things, but their fantasy and their stupidity is beyond imagination when it's come to Muhammad. If you drink standing up, a cat will drink with you. Hey Muslims, after you watch the video, please don't forget to tell me, what is the cat have to do with drinking meat with me when I'm standing up? But always they do that. And as you see, Muhammad himself, he used to drink standing up, and all his companions, they drink standing up, they eat walking. When walking, by the way, it's mean you are standing up. What a stupid religion. How desperate they are. But this remind me, you remember the guy, his name, Dr. Sabil Ahmed? This guy, he come with the amazing discovery. The guy with the voice of a cat.
You'll be amazed to find out.
I'm amazed already. Are you kidding me? So they think whatever they say, people they accept and they believe, and that's it. So look at the title: Islamic Hygiene and Modern Science. Is that true? Yes, brother. It's true.
Yasser, when they look at the words Islam and modern science, they may be thinking, what is the connection?
What is the connection?
Why are we having this show, especially in these times, in the age of coronavirus?
Exactly. I mean, people, they will be wondering, like, what the connection, brother? But Dr. Sabil is going to explain to you the connection. There's a lot of correction there. Okay, tell us about the connection.
But in fact, inshallah, in this half an hour show, you'll be amazed to find out.
I'm amazed already. Are you kidding me?
That not only there is a connection,
but
I would say that our modern science is catching up to the Islamic hygiene, catching up to the Islamic etiquettes, Islamic solutions, preventive.
Stop. 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 Islamic etiquette. What? Etiquette. Oh, I don't know what I will talk about Islamic etiquette. I have a lot of Islamic etiquette here in front of me. I mean, your Quran is full of it. Your Hadith is full of it. So, I mean, Islamic etiquette. Okay, tell us about the Islamic etiquette. Go ahead.
Measures and recommendations. For any of all of these reasons, that's the reason we are doing today's show, which is Islam and modern science, right? Inshallah.
And especially now with what's going on, many of us are at home because of COVID-19, the coronavirus. And let's take a look at what our faith has to say about hygiene and how it kind of compares with modern science and what we are hearing currently from the CDC.
When it comes to Islam gives a comprehensive way of life. It's solutions to humanity. He has
exactly. You marry 4 wives, you do not need to cheat.
I mean, this guy from Bangladesh. This guy, he is from Bangladesh. You want to see how Islam fixed in Bangladesh? Go there. You will see the piss in every wall. You will see that even Muslims in Bangladesh, they write in Arabic in their house wall, so nobody piss in the wall. So Islam is the fix for everything. And why they piss in the wall standing? Because the Prophet, he used to piss standing on the street. I mean, do you see the hygiene? And this guy from Bangladesh is telling us about Islam is fixed for everything. Shall I show you pictures from Bangladesh, your country? All the population are Muslims. So is it really beautiful there? Hygienes. Okay, continue.
Brother, you marry 4 wives and you can have in the top of them as many 4 as you want.
and if they disobey you, you beat them. That's first the humanity. You know, I mean, the first aid is beating your wife, and then you beat your children, and then you beat yourself to remember what happened to Al-Hassan al-Hussein. And then we do mut'a and have sex every day with the new women and get AIDS. And this is the hygiene. Okay, continue.
Given us guidance of who is the creator, what is the purpose of life,
what is the
what will happen.
What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? According to the Quran, Allah said, the purpose of life, He created a human being and genie, which does not exist. I mean, what is genie? Many Christians, they think genie is a demon because they are ignorant. Even those who claim to be priests, genie is not a demon. Muslims don't believe in demon. Genie is a creature. You know, I wanna play the guy talking. Forget about Christian Prince here. I mean, this guy, we need to shut him up for some time. Let us go to what this guy is saying. Yeah, continue.
Of the physical purity, you know, first and foremost, it says in the Quran, chapter number 9, verse number 108, that Allah loves those who purify themselves.
Wonderful. Allah loves those who purify themselves. And how Allah He purify, how the Muslim they purify themselves? By killing the Christian. Chapter 9, the same chapter. Chapter 9, verse number 29 says that Allah He sent Muslims to do jihad and kill every single Christian and every single Jew. Either they convert to Islam or they die. And the Muslim who die purify themselves by the blood of the Christians. Do you see how those scammers, they fool you? This is chapter 9. This is one of the most ugliest chapters in the Quran, teaching literally about exterminating the Christians as if they are rats or cats from this earth. And if you want to live as a Christian or a Jew, you have to pay them, because Islam is nothing but a gang. But still, I want to go, you know, sorry guys, I have to forward the video. I want to see what this guy will talk about, because the purpose is to show you. I mean, we are playing an old video here, just to show you how they lie about the discovery and the science and the hygiene. What does this have to do with faith? There's atheists who they are very clean. What does this have to do with faith? And there's people who they are homeless, but they believe in God more than all of us, and they did not take a shower for a year. And actually the Messiah, he said, it's not what go inside your mouth will make you dirty, it's what come out from your mouth. And this is very logical. So your prophet is saying something. Well, you know, actually here, when the Muslims, they say that cleanliness is the half of the faith. So Muhammad, he lost his first half of faith because he was very filthy. And we can prove it. We will prove actually in the video. Nothing to do with the truth. Faith and being clean have nothing to do with each other. However, we will go with this lie. Was Muhammad clean? Let us see if he was clean.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah,
I do remember.
Me too. Cleanliness is half of the faith, right?
So if you are clean, is half of the faith. So if you are not clean, that means we strip you from your faith. Fair? Is that correct, guys? He's the one who said that. If you are not clean, that means half of your faith is gone. That's horrible, because Muhammad not only wasn't clean, Muhammad was extremely filthy. I will play a little bit, and then we will show our reference, so everybody will laugh at this madness and the lies they say.
Wow, cleanliness is half of the faith. So
Wow.
that's how much adamant Islam is
Exactly.
about keeping ourselves clean. But cleanliness itself is attached to paradise.
But do you know why he did not give you the reference for the hadith? Because this hadith is rejected for them. He just put it there because they like it. You know, this is how hypocrite they are. When they want, they say this is da'if. When they want, they say this is strong. Right? Okay. The key to paradise is a prayer, and the key to prayer is perfection. Wonderful.
It's a saying of Muhammad, peace be upon him, that the key to paradise is prayer, and the key to prayer is purification.
Okay, here we stop. I mean, that's it. So how the Prophet of Allah, he do purification? Okay, we will stop here. Hey Muslims, who is willing to call me in Skype and tell me how clean your Prophet was? Who is willing to call me right now and tell me, as you heard, that half of Islam is to be clean, and the other half is a prayer, And to be able to pray, you have to clean yourself. So now, if we prove that both of them are not exist, that means Muhammad is not even a Muslim. So how Muhammad used to clean himself? Any Muslim is willing to call me? I'm logging into my Skype, and I'm waiting for the Muhammadan, any Muhammadan to text me, and you know, we will go from there. Let us see. All right, I am in Skype already. Any Muslim would like to text me and tell me how Muhammad is clean? A Muslim guy texted me, instead of saying debate me, he says date me. Let us say this, Abdul. Let us date him. Hello? Hello? Yeah, this must be ultimate fart. You can tell. Let us see other person. Do we have any Abdul? Let's see. Okay. This person, he want to debate me. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you said you want to debate me?
Yeah, can you remove the camera?
You can remove it yourself. This is not my business, my friend. This is from your side.
Oh.
All right.
Okay,
so did you hear what we were saying? We were talking about we have a Muslim here, he's a doctor. He says that half of the religion of Islam is to be clean and the other half is to purify yourself. And he was speaking about Muhammad, how he cleaned himself. So how your prophet used to be clean, do you know?
Oh, wait. Yeah, I had to bring some points to you.
You have to bring some what?
Yeah, some points.
Okay, bring us the points.
Yeah. Can you just let me speak for 10 minutes?
You know, you can speak as much as you want. I mean, what 10 minutes?
No, just for 10 minutes, then you can speak whatever.
No, here, I don't speak for 10 minutes and you want to speak for 10 minutes. We both of us speak at the same time. We have conversation here. It's not you, like, I don't do those silly stuff. Yeah, so how your prophet, he clean himself?
Okay, can you, how my prophet clean? Do you clean your ass? Do you clean your penis? Do you clean your ass and penis with water?
Okay, let's focus with the first one.
Do you clean it? No,
let us focus on the first one. Let us focus on the first one. How your prophet clean his ass? Is it true that he used 3 rocks?
What? Wait.
Is it true that your prophet, he cleaned his ass using 3 rocks?
Do you? So at that time, if water is not available, you can do it. But do you?
Okay, but you just said you are the one who mentioned how you clean your ass. It is you who mentioned how you clean your ass. So at that time, okay, hold on. So at that time, your prophet, he cleaned his ass with rocks. Is that will make his ass clean?
Let me say first. Let me say.
Okay,
you put the question. Okay.
Yeah, but we want to take it one by one. So you're a prophet.
You have water in your house.
Did the Muslim used to bring him? Did the Muslim used to bring to your prophet? Did the Muslim used to bring to your prophet a dry shit to clean his ass with it?
Shut up, you bitch.
See?
Shut up, you bitch. Shut up, you bitch.
The bitch is you.
Listen first.
Because if you are not a son of a bad woman, you will not say that word. Shut up, son of Muta. The Muslim, they used to bring to Muhammad dry shit to clean his ass. Bones and rocks. Muhammad, after he do masturbation, he dry his hands on the wall. You want to insult, use the word bitch, no problem. You are a Muslim. If you are a Muslim, you want to call, don't say filthy language, otherwise I will respond to you. I mean, who care? Here we go, I will block you, go to hell. But why you lie to us? Do you clean your ass? Let us see how your prophet cleans his ass. Let us see if we can find the hadith here in English. This is how the prophet cleaned his ass. Let us see. Let us see here. We search for the stones he cleaned his ass with. We get the black stone. No, this is not what we want. Okay, let us see. Read carefully. This is how your prophet, he cleaned his ass. And this is Sahih. The messenger of Allah, he went to the toilet and he said, bring me 3 stones. So I brought him 2 stones and 1 piece of dung. They are bringing your prophet, to your prophet, a dry shit to clean his ass with it. And suddenly at that time, why at that time there's no water? I mean, well, you know, this guy, he lived in a town. We are not talking about a guy, he was walking in the desert. Okay, well, in the desert you do whatever, you know, you are just surviving mood. But this guy is living in town. He's living in a house. There is water, the drink, they eat. What 3 rocks? Was Muhammad doing poo-poo in the street there? Who is a Muslim would like to call us and tell us how Muhammad used to clean himself? Any Muhammadan? So this guy was excited. He had a paper, by the way. He opened the paper. He says, can you let me, I will tell you points. This is why, you know, those Muslims, they can do good with David Wood. Because David Wood, he will say, okay, you have 10 minutes. With me, you cannot do good. I will not let you get us your dunk. Change the topic, go out far away, far distance. And you cannot play this game with me. Call David Wood. David Wood, he bring a sheikh. And the sheikh, he give him 20 minutes, actually, not only 10 minutes. And then the guy, he read an article, all of it is against the Bible. And then David, he had to respond to all of this. I mean, don't let those kids play. Learn. So who is a Muhammadan would like to call us and wanted us? We heard Sabil Ahmad saying that according to Muhammad, half of the religion is the cleaning, half of faith actually, and the other half is prayer. And in order to pray, you have to purify yourself by cleaning. So if you miss the first part, you miss the second one, so you lost your faith. You are not a Muslim no more. So who is a Muslim is willing to call us? And I warn you, don't use bad language with me. I'm not a shy person to use what language you deserve. Back. I will give you what you deserve. I'm waiting for you to accept my request. But this is like a few hours ago, so maybe he's not live. Do we have any Muslim with a call us? How Muhammad he used to clean himself? Because as you see, Muslims are desperate to find the proof that he's a prophet. And this is how he proved he's a prophet. The Prophet, he says, don't drink standing, and then we find that he drinks standing. And according to him, if you drink standing, the cat will drink with you. Why the cat? Where is the cat? How the cat can drink with you if you drink starting with you? Obviously, this guy is talking about something else. When Muhammad, he said those stupid things, obviously, he always mean either say shaitan or something supposedly evil would drink with you. This is why Muhammad, he forbid the Muslim from eating with the right hand, with the left hand. Why? Because if you eat with the left hand, shaitan eat with you. If you are a Muslim, feel free to contact me in Skype and I will call you immediately. So we go back to Abdul and let us see the more evidence he have for us about Muhammad being a prophet, the hygiene.
Remember, the key to paradise is a purification, a prayer. And the key of the prayer is a purification. So you cannot go to paradise unless you are pure. And he is trying to tell us that here, the word pure is about physically pure. Hygiene. Remember, the whole topic is about what? Is hygiene. So how the Prophet, he used to clean himself, Dr. Sabil Ahmed?
If I ask you this question,
ask me.
That what is the #1 recommendation Center for Disease Control has for individuals?
What is that?
What would you say?
What do you say?
It is to wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Hand washing, according to CDC, is the single most important means of preventing the spread of infection.
Oh, bad. I mean, this is bad. I mean,
do you see, Muslims? The first recommendation of the CDC is what? Is to clean yourself. Who is a Muslim would like to tell us what he think about the Muslim speaking, praising how Muhammad clean he was? Who is a Muslim he think really that Muhammad was a clean person, not dirty, not extremely dirty? Any Muhammadan? Too bad the guy who called me is very filthy, and obviously he is not really here willing to have a conversation. He is here to insult. Any Muhammadan? Yeah, for sure. I mean, actually, when I saw this miracle, by the way, I was almost going to convert to Islam. I mean, listen to it. I did listen to it twice because I was shocked. Look at this. Listen again.
We talk about modern times versus old times.
Yeah.
They just discovered
that
a few years ago. An amazing discovery.
Amazing.
And they put it on the radio. I was driving home from an event in Virginia.
You know, hold on. If they put it on the radio, it's absolutely discovery is true. I'm telling you. They put it in the radio. If you hear something in the walkie-talkie, yoki-boki, it is, you know, it's true. It is scientific. Okay. Harun Abdullah is saying, Jesus, he did not wash his hand. Well, so why your stupid Quran call him holy? Chapter 19, verse 19. So if Jesus did not wash his hand, and what does that mean? But let us see how Muhammad washed his hands. Do you want to call me Harun? Jesus did not wash his hands, right? Okay. But doesn't mean he, you know, I mean, when a Muslim, they say Jesus did not wash his hands, this is about an incident, right? So somebody noticed that did not wash their hands. But does that mean they don't wash their hands? Now the question, how your prophet washed his hands? Is it true that your prophet, he washed his hands by drying his hand from his semen in his wall? Is it true that he washed his private part or clean his private part and then he dry his hand on the wall? You know, I can imagine what kind of Mona Lisa he have in his wall. I never heard of a prophet of God, he dry his hand on the wall. Imagine each time you do something, you dry your hands on the wall. What kind of art you will have in your wall? So you got a point there. Jesus did not wash his hand, but Jesus is our Lord. He did not need. Do your Allah wash his hands? why, do Allah wash hands? Well, Jesus will not be infected by disease or illness. People touch him, they get healed. The topic here is supposedly that if you wash your hands, you prevent illness. Well, Jesus is the one who heals illness. So bacteria touch his hands, will die. Let us continue with this guy. He discovered something really amazing, which is true, by the way. I mean, I heard many things in the radio. As an example, I heard that Joe Biden, he was able to drop the price of gas down 2 cents. This is true. After 10 days speaking about he will drop the price of gas, now he have dropped it 2 cents. True. I mean, you cannot debate that. So tell us what happened when you are driving to Virginia.
So when we talk about modern times versus old times, they just discovered a few years ago.
I mean, I like it, by the way, when they say just discovered a few years ago. He's backing up the lie. They just discovered, I mean, this guy, he speaks English, right? I mean, he's an American. Not like me. English is my, not my first language. So I can make mistakes as I wish, right? But I just discovered a few years ago. That's very just. This is like that just happened right now. I don't know, when they taught me in school, my limited English, you say just when it's just happened, not 10 years ago. Anyway, so they just discovered. Anyway, okay, what they just discovered?
They just discovered a few years ago.
Yeah.
An amazing discovery. And they put it on the radio. I was driving home from an event in Virginia. I was falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
And I came to a stoplight. I put my head on the steering wheel. My little daughter, she was saying, "Daddy, wake up. Daddy, wake up." I'm like, what?
I mean, this guy is driving and he's drunk. I hope the police will not watch this video. They will suspend your driver license. Unless you are making the whole story up. Who in the world would believe in such a garbage? The guy, his head is down, he's driving. I mean, even Christian Prince cannot do that. But by the way, I can do many things. As an example, I can drive the car without being inside the car. It's very easy, But you're driving and your head is down? Okay. Very normal. Yeah. I mean, maybe you are trying to hit the Christmas market, like in Germany and France. Maybe this year they will do it too. We will see. You do not need to look, whoever in your way.
But I said, I can't. I'm going to have to pull over and stop. I'm too tired. I can't get back home. So she turned the radio on all the way up, real loud.
So the story here is introduction. Why the radio came up? You see, look at this. Brother, I think it's Allah who made you sleep at that moment. So your daughter will turn up the radio. And look what happened. In the same moment, they were talking about the discovery, which is fit perfectly with your story. Go ahead.
And the voice on the radio says, "Never stand up when you eat or drink."
Never.
I went, huh?
Huh?
Then he said, "Always sit down when you eat or drink."
Look how he went down. Look at this. Because people will not understand. Remember, those are Muslims. You have to sit down to show them how to sit down. They are not going to understand what he's talking about. And the funny is, the audience themselves, they don't believe in wording what he says. You can tell from their faces because they know the hadith. The hadith is about something different. Continue, Abdul.
Sound like Jamaat Tabligh is in town. What's that?
Look, they put the camera and the audience. Nobody understands what he's saying anyway. I mean, none of them speak English anyway. Do you see the faces? Let me zoom in the faces a little bit, just for comedy. Look how much. Look at this guy. He's digging his nose here. Do you see anyone is surprised? What happened? What happened? The radio. Ah, okay, the radio. Okay, we continue. Where we stop? Okay, the radio. Okay, go ahead.
And then he began to explain the damage that's caused to the throat, the esophagus, hiatal hernias, damage to the stomach, the liver.
The guy died right away. I mean, you drink standing, you are dead. Look at the damage will happen. Do you see what happened when you drink standing? You die, that's it. Actually, I watched the 300 movie, the Spartans, and but this is a different version, which nobody knows, only me, you know. The 300 did not really fight the Persian. They, you know, they like when they arrived to the corner lot, the Spartan, they put for them a lot of like 7-Up, you know, 7-Up. But the Spartan never thought about it, by the way. They were thinking if we make them drink 7-Up, they will drink it and then they have to walk 7 steps and jump, and then we shoot them. But what happened, they drink standing up because they have no time, they have to attack, and they die right away. All the army of the Persian. Don't never drink standing up, that's it. Okay, what happened?
Liver, spleen, he broke it down. The next 30 minutes I was driving home like, oh my God.
Ah. Look at the face, look at this guy, look. Oh my Allah. I bet you none of those speak English. Continue.
But by the way, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about this 1400 years ago.
Yeah, go. But he told you if you drink standing, the cat will drink with you. That's what he said. And this is the reference here in front of you. Do you like a cat to drink with you? Like, what the heck? And then he said, has it drunk someone worse than Satan with you? So obviously Muhammad, he is naming the cat as someone is more worse than Shaitan or Satan. So he's an evil Satan. The same when Muhammad, he says, don't eat with your right hand, with your left hand, because Shaitan, he eat with you. Actually, in the same video of this kid, Sabir Ahmed, like the potato, who cried because Christian Prince, I did not call him. If we go here, let us see. Let us go to the part. Yeah, here's talking.
And yet those liars in their videos, they say to us, the Prophet, he says, wash your hands.
Yeah, you see, even Muhammad, he used to have sex. Where is Harun? Are you there, Harun? Harun, your prophet, he used to F all his wives without even washing. After he finished them all, supposedly, he do...
would have sexual disease, whatever you name
it. Single bath.
And yet those liars in their videos, they say to us, the Prophet, he says, wash your hands. But as you see, he don't wash his hands. What else?
This is modern science. We know this.
Yeah.
According to the germ theory of infection developed in 1909, this is the recommendation that the best way to prevent the spread of germs from human to human, obviously we have to cover ourselves, and we have...
Okay, hold on. Did he say cover yourself? Later they will say to you, maybe, I'm not sure, I did not see the whole video, that the Prophet said, cover your mouth. Muhammad, he said that because he told the Muslims, Shaitan will jump inside your mouth and he will laugh at you. Let us see.
Any Muslim? So why you Muslims, you make up stories? Your prophet, he told you to cover your mouth because of health or because Shaitan will jump inside your mouth? Is that really the reason? Because he's trying to fight bacteria and diseases? Why they love to lie? You know, those Muslims, they always assume that nobody's going to go and check.
Read carefully. The Messenger of Allah said that the sneeze is from Allah. Look at this madness. With Allah, if you sneeze, Allah will spread Corona. Those idiots, they are telling us how to fight Corona. Quran, Corona. And yet, their prophet saying that sneezing is from Allah. Actually, the whole idea of wearing a mask that you will not transform your saliva by sneezing to others. But Muhammad saying no. Sneezing is from Allah, and yawning is from shaitan.
By the way, this is true. Sneezing is from Allah. I'm telling you. You know, once in the program Pal Talk, I opened a chat room in the Muslim section, just for fun. And I call it as a sneeze for the sake of Allah. The Muslim, they went nuts and they start reporting my chat room to the company. I mean, I did nothing. The hadith says, Allah, He loved those who sneeze, He hate those who yawn. Literally, He loved those who sneeze. He loved them, He loved them. Not only like He like. Let me show you. Weird God. I mean, have you ever heard of a God He likes sneezing people? Why you like them? Here we go. Allah, you see the translation here. Look, this is a Muslim translation. Allah loves sneezing, but He dislikes yawning. If there's any Muslim who tell us why Allah He loves sneezing, hey, my friend, if a Muslim want to talk in Skype, he can just text me. Let him text me, and I will take him. You know, we have only one Muslim who text me, and we called him. He is filthy. So this liar is saying to us that the Prophet he ordered to cover your mouth, right? We will see why soon. But as you see, Allah He like those. He love, not only He like, He love those who sneeze. So the more you sneeze, the more Allah is happy. What a weird God. How in the world such a thing can be from God anyway? And there is any Muslim here who tell us why Allah He love those who sneeze. If there is any Muslim here, he would like voluntarily would like to tell us why. Did you see how cats they sneeze? I mean, they're funny, by the way. Do you think they are sneezing from Allah and they are making look like Allah? This is like a kid, you know, like a little boy, you know, or a girl. You sneeze in front of them, they laugh because they don't know what happened, but it sounds funny. You know, but this is God. You're God. Abdul, I'm serious now. I have a serious question. Who is the one who will solve this mystery for us? Why Allah He love those who sneeze? Anyone? I'm waiting for the Muslims to solve this problem. Anyone? Okay, forget about anyone, you know. Any two? Who is a Muhammadan would like to explain to us a very simple thing? What's wrong with this religion? Why Allah He like you when you sneeze? Why not only He like you, He love you? So if I have a flu, Allah He love me now? And why Allah He hate those who yawn? You see that the translation says, and Allah dislike, this is a lie. It says He hate, not dislike. Here we go. In Arabic it says وَيَكْرَهُ التَّثَاؤُبْ. Yakrah in Arabic, karah is hate. وَيَكْرَهُ. See it? So this is a false translation. When they say He dislike, it doesn't say dislike, it says yakrah. So Allah He love those who sneeze and He hate those who yawn. Why? You see, this is all will prove that Muhammad is a prophet. We are talking about evidence that Muhammad is a prophet. One after one. Look how many of them. Anyone? Ariane, put me back. Put you back where, my friend? You are very intelligent, Abdullah. Yeah, I remember you are the one who have no teeth. Christian, I mean, you are perfectly a great example for those who sneeze. It looked like you sneezed too much to the point you lost all your front teeth. Christian Prince, I'm the smartest Muslim after Christian Prince, do you love me? No, I don't love you. Do you sneeze? If you sneeze, I will love you. I'm Allah. I love those who sneeze. Do you sneeze? If you sneeze, you are so cute. I love you. If you don't, sorry. Hello? Abdullah? Do we have any Muhammadan have any comment? If this is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet, well, I mean, you hit the head. This is a hit in the head, by the way. I mean, look how many people convert to Islam right away. And then Muhammad, he continue explaining to you scientific facts. He says, and regarding sneezing, yawning, sorry, it is from shaitan. Okay, why? So when one of you yawn, he should try his best to stop it. Okay, why? Because shaitan, he laugh at him. Like what? Brothers and sisters, who can bring better prophet than this prophet? I mean, let us be honest here. If you do yawning, shaitan laugh at you. If there's a Christian in Saudi, I don't want to remember this story. There's an admin used to be in my chat room. His name is Saudi Christians. I don't know how many of you remember him. The bad thing, he became a Christian. I made him an admin in my chat room. And then they were able to find his IP and his address. And I believe he is executed already. After they arrested him, they brought him in the internet. And he was crying. And they forced him to say, I ask Allah to forgive me for what I was saying. Obviously, you can imagine what happened to him. And I believe that he was executed. So when you say there is a Christian in Saudi Arabia, for sure there is. But if they find out that you are really a person who left Islam and became a Christian, you will be executed. And this Saudi Christian, and maybe you will find some videos in Pal Talk, he was in my room speaking. He's a Saudi. That's why his name is Saudi Christian. Yeah, this is why many of you do not understand that what we do here is very extremely dangerous, especially for Arab people. If you are a person, live wherever you are, it's not a big deal. But for a person who is an Arab, this is not a joke. We go back to our topic, and may the Lord bless him for, for us at the end of the day. They arrested him. We do not know what did it to him, but for sure it must be horrible. But, he will not be better than all the martyrs who gave their life for the truth. It's better to live as a coward or to die as a hero. I believe death is better. Do we have any Muhammadan who would like to answer us? So when they lie to us and they say there's a proof that Muhammad is a prophet, all the proofs in front of us prove that Muhammad is a foolish man. And because of this foolish man, people have to die. And because of this foolish man, nations have to go in war. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? You know, I'm so grateful that I was able to make not only hundreds, if I say tens of thousands of Muslims leave Islam, I'm not exaggerating. My books is translated to many, many languages. I mean, I could not even believe it how many there are now. And they are published in all countries around the world, and we are giving them for free. And the last two books we have translated is the Chinese and the Russian. So, you know, the impact is great. And as you see, nobody dared to debate me. All of them, they make excuse. The only one who called is those kids who just to insult, because they can say whatever they want, you know. A person, he is a scholar, he knew that he will lose his career if he ever debate me. It's a career adventure. Have you seen Bob the Builder talking about you and Muhammad Hijab? I don't know. I mean, my friend, people, they can say whatever they want. I don't know. Like, you know, this guy Mimi Hijab, he can say whatever he wants because he's a kid. You know, the ask can do it. Allah have hands. He say, who said so? When you are a kid, you know, you talk as a kid. You say whatever you want, and nobody will count on you. And the funny thing about Muslims, as long as you are supporting Islam, even if you are saying 1,000 lie a minute, still you are good for them, because this is satanic religion. You see, if a Christian saying something not true about Christianity in a debate, in order to win the debate, right, Christians will be very upset from this person. Muslims, they will not. Have you ever seen one Muslim making a video against Mimi Hijab because he said, who said so? If you go right now to YouTube and search Allah have hands, you will find even the guy, his name is Fifi himself, he have a video debating with a Muslim, proving to him that Allah have hands. Why this guy did not make a video for Mimi Hijab saying to him, shame on you, what are you talking about? Because they cover up to each other. Anyway, yeah. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Is this topic really, I mean, embarrassment, Muslims? But there is something wrong? Why Muslims are not proud about their prophet? Who is here a proud Muslim? Somebody saying he's a Muslim, he's sending me a text in Skype, he's saying, hey Christian Prince, how can you say that the Quran was stolen while Christians stole the Old Testament? Where does Isaiah 53 say Jesus is the Messiah, Son of God? First of all, my friend, we as a Christians, we accept the Old Testament as a book, and this book is independent by itself. That's why we call it Old Testament. So how we store it, you idiot? Secondly, if you say that there's a prophecy and you think it's not there about Jesus, let us say the whole book of Isaiah does not exist. Still, that will not change anything. You are just desperate. You Muslim, you find Isaiah, you found your prophet Muhammad in Isaiah, but his name is not there. And you have no complaint. Why? Because you are a hypocrite. And you need to remember that all the one who accepted Jesus, all the disciples, they were Jews. So how come the Jews, they did not find that Jesus? There is one thing all the Christians need to remember, that everything we receive is coming through believers who they were Jews. Did you see where the Jews says to Jesus, you are not there? Did you see a Jew saying to Jesus, prove to us that you are the Messiah? Or question even? Even when they crucify him, they did not even debate him. But if you go to Isaiah, this is how you foolish you are. Isn't it that Isaiah says that this person, he gave himself for no sin? He was sacrificed for the sake of sin, which is, this is their sin and our sin. In his mouth there is no lies. Isn't it Jesus says, who of you can prove me to be a sinner? But however, if this verse is about Jesus or not, Jesus by himself is a miracle. Do even Jesus need Isaiah to prove who is he? In your stupid Quran, Jesus here resurrect people from death. But in your book, there's no Isaiah. All the book, there's nothing have to do with Isaiah. Can you show me the books of Isaiah in your book? Your God, Allah, he skipped it, all of it. He never mentioned it. So when we go to the Quran, we find that Jesus is a person who can make the impossible possible. That is the proof that Jesus is God. It's not Isaiah, it's not the Old Testament, it's none of those. But when the Christian, they speak to the Jews, they show them signs about the coming Messiah. And actually, even the Jews themselves, they believe that those were about the coming Messiah. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? If you are a person who followed the Abdulism religion and you think you can convince us, please feel free. Call us at www.00, you know, whatever, you know, Skype.com. Any Muhammadan? There's an article in front of me. 10 proofs that Muhammad was a prophet. I mean, there's 10. I'm so upset. Only 10. Okay, when you see an article like this, that there is 10, let us put it here. Hold on. In this browser, I can zoom better. So Muslims, 10 proofs proving that Muhammad is a prophet. What will come to your mind as a Muslim? First proof, what is that? Who is a Muslim can help me? What is the first proof can come to your mind that Muhammad will be a prophet? You believe it or not, read with me carefully. Muhammad could not read and write. Like, this is the proof. The proof that Muhammad is a prophet, that he's an idiot. What do you think? This is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet. So if we got anyone now, he do not know how to write, how to read, that will prove that he is really a wise man. And then he says here, when Muslims discuss evidence of Muhammad's prophethood, they tend to focus in wonders, act of Muhammad, recorded to have performed. Through this article, we will go. It's okay. This is it. The miraculous attribute to Muhammad. Miraculous, like what? Let us take a look at what could be considered. All right. Let us see. Like what? Oh, you want to date a Muslimah? A Muslim girl appears in front of me in the screen. At the age of 40, he still was unable to read and write. He remained illiterate for his entire life. He puts to bed many of his associates, etc. Okay, and what proof how that will make Muhammad a prophet? Any Muslim can help us? when no piece of literature matching the content of the Quran. You see here you see the stupidity. If I do not know how to write, how to read, can't I speak even my language? I mean, how stupid is that? So you are saying to me, if a person, he grew up in England and he never went to school, he will not be able to speak English. Same time, when you say there's no piece of literature matching the content of the Quran, I have to agree, it's the most stupid literature. And this is my challenge. Who is a Muslim can call me right now and show me one chapter in the Quran is not stupid? Anyone? Literature, Shakespeare. If you know, if this is the condition, then Shakespeare is. I mean, there's a million writers. They are amazing in languages, but the Quran is the most stupid, full of mistakes. Actually, the Quran we have today is not the Quran Muhammad he wrote. Even the Muslim, they agree that Al-Farahidi, he is the one who corrected all the stupid things in the Quran. And after the correction, the Quran is still stupid. As an example, if we go in the Quran, we will not find one place where it is written today as it was. I will give you an example. Chapter 2, verse number 29. Here it says Samawat. In the original Quran, there is no Samawat. But why? How it became Samawat? Because the one who read the Quran, Al-Farahidi, he said to himself, what in the heck is that? Sab'u Samut? The original word here in front of us is Samut. There is no Samawat. This is the correction of Al-Farahidi, and you can check. He is the one who changed. This is an example of hundreds of errors in the Quran. All those are a correction. How we write the word Samawat? Let us take this one. There's no Samawat in the Quran. Let us zoom in here. Anyone who speaks Arabic, he knew what I'm talking about. You see, all of those is Samawat. He keep repeating the same word, but not a single time in the original Quran this word exists. What exists in the Quran is Samut. Let us write it on the screen in Arabic. If I ask any Muslim right now here what the word Samut mean, he have to scratch his ass a billion times and he will not get me the answer. Prove me wrong. Who is a Muslim can tell me if I am lying or not? Is it true that the original word of Samawat is Samut? Any Muslim? How the word Samut became Samawat? Hey, Mr. Jihad, how are you?
Hello, Christian Prince.
How are you, my friend? Jihad, you speak Arabic, right?
Intermediate. Well, what I'm going to tell you is that why would you say that the Quran is stupid?
Well, okay, here we go. I will just change the
I mean, why would you say such a thing? Okay. And also, a lot of your arguments are repeat. You know, you just keep on bringing the same arguments over and over again. Like, give me something new.
So should I create for you a new Quran? What I should do? What do you think?
I mean, you know, you keep on saying the same stuff over and over again.
Okay, have you ever heard of what I said now about Samut?
You have a playbook.
Have you ever heard?
You have a playbook on repeat.
Hold on, Jihad. Have you ever heard this before from anyone in your life that the word Samawat, it is not Samawat, it's Samut? Be honest with me.
Say that again. I didn't understand.
You understand? Okay.
I didn't understand.
Okay, listen, because you are talking, you don't let me talk. We gotta talk at the same time. So you said, I repeat myself. I'm saying to you, Have you ever heard from anyone in your entire life, you are a Muslim all your life, and you are a growing man, have you ever heard someone saying to you that the word samawat in the Quran is not exist, the true word is samut?
I never heard that.
Okay, but you just told me. I mean, you are the guy who each time call me, he says, I never heard this before. And now you are telling me I can repeat the same thing. What's wrong with you?
Okay, you know.
So each time you call me, I get you busted, and I read for you something. You say, I never heard this before. I need to check that. And who nobody told you this before? Where are you getting this from? Etc. And then you call me
but
now.
you
Look how funny. Look
how many times did you mention breastfeeding?
Look how silly you are. In every
how
single,
many times did you mention Buddha?
Every single time you call me, you say to me, I never heard this before. And you're funny, you now saying to me, and it happened, you call me in the perfect time, and you are saying to me, I never heard this before. But you just say it. Why you repeat the same thing?
I'm saying most of the time you do.
We are teaching,
and you know that's
should
true.
We delete the number one from
and another thing that you know is that 300 years after Jesus, there was a Council of Nicaea that changed everything in the Bible. You know the Bible was changed.
Okay, I will go with
you. You know it.
Okay, you said to me.
You know it.
You said to me, I'm saying that the Quran is stupid, correct?
You called it stupid.
Okay. And what you just said to me, that the Council of Nicaea is the one changed everything, correct?
They changed the Bible. You know this.
So how you stupid Quran? How you stupid Quran? 600 years after Jesus says, "I confirm what is with them." 600 years after.
A person like you will go to the lowest bit of help.
Don't play. If they change,
as a hypocrite yourself, you will go to the lowest pit of hellfire because you studied Islam.
You said to me, prove to me that the Quran is a stupid. Here we go. This is a stupid verse because you just told me that the Christian they changed all of.
You know that the Quran has never been changed.
Okay, no problem. Here we go. I will go with you, guys. The Quran never been changed. Hold on.
It's never been changed.
You see how stupid what you just said.
It's only interpretation and tafsir that has been changed over time.
As long the Quran never changed, so you have no excuse. How the Quran says that he confirmed the Bible with us. Read for us, chapter 2, verse number 89.
Yeah, can you bring the original Bible? Can you bring the original Hebrew Bible?
I'm going with you.
Or even the original language that Jesus spoke?
Don't force me to call you stupid. Are you a kid? You said that the original Bible does not exist. 600 years after, Muhammad says, no, it exists. It's between their hands. Read it, the verse in front of you.
But does anybody have a Bible today that was spoken by Jesus' language?
Are you against the Quran now?
Of the New Testament.
Are you against the Quran?
No.
Are you accusing your prophet to be a fraud?
That verse is in reference to the original Bible. Exactly. Had they kept the laws,
did you hear it?
Had
in
they,
reference to the original
if
Bible,
they kept the same laws,
Abdul, it says what
that were given to the children of Israel.
Abdul, it says what is with them. So you just said referring to the original Bible. So the original Bible exists 600 years after Jesus, and it is with them. Read the verse.
What was with them between their hands?
Not what was, what is with them. Read it carefully. Don't go blind. Are you the part of the Caribbean? You have one eye?
You are a hypocrite.
Read it.
You know that?
Read it, Abdul. Read it.
You are a person.
Read it. Don't be a potato.
You are a person.
Read it and don't be a potato. You are the one who opened the topic, so your Quran is stupid. You said to me, show me where Quran is stupid. Here we go. This is stupid.
You know what? I already provided my answer.
What is your answer?
My answer is that verse is in reference to the original scriptures.
Okay, I'm going with
the ones that existed
I agree
before
with you.
they got corrupted.
The original book, but it says what is with them. So that the original book. This is 600 years after Jesus.
The ones that used to exist before.
Let me use. Here we go. It says what is with them.
Do you even know that Jesus had a brother?
Don't force me to hang up on
Jesus
you.
had a brother.
Speak like a man. Speak like a man.
Jesus had a wife.
Okay, okay.
This is in history.
Okay,
It's proven.
Okay, hold on. We will go one by one. But now you are jumping like a monkey because you got your busted.
No.
It says here.
No. Because you lie. You are a liar.
Okay, you just said that Jesus have a brother. Why the Quran never mentioned that?
The Quran doesn't have to mention it.
Okay, hold on. You said that Jesus have a wife. Why the Quran never mentioned that?
Why does it have to?
Okay, the Quran says that Allah took Jesus to heaven. Did he take him with his wife or left his wife alone? You are a certified jihad. You are a certified stupid.
We were not given any details.
Let us go back. Let's go back.
There are certain things. There are certain things we can.
Just go sleep. Jesus have a wife. Where it says that? Which book? History. Which history? You stupid Muhammadans, desperate. And he said, show me where the Quran is stupid. The verse in front of you, the same verse we are talking about how the word written. This is a verse, is stupid word. Allah wanted to prove to the angels that they are wrong and they are liars. So what he did, he taught Adam all the names, and then he told the angels, tell me the names of those things if you are truthful. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? Because if I prove to them that I know what they know not, they should be the opposite. If I prove to them that I know the unseen, I should say to the angel, okay, go and name those things, give them names of your own. Don't tell me, don't share with me. Come back and ask me the names, and I will tell you. What happened, Allah, he named the cat Susu, the dog Fufu, and the elephant Mimi. And then he said to them, what is the names of those things? The angels, they tremble like, what the heck? How we know the names? And this is how Allah, he knew, like he proved to them that he is God. So now if I call my dog Fufu, and I ask you, what is the name of my dog? And you're in trouble now. You say to me, Christian Prince, you must be God, because you are the only one who knows the name of your dog. How amazing this genius, the book of literature, the Muslims speaking about how amazing it is. Who can write something like this? Let us be honest here. Nobody. This is God. This is how God, he proved that he is God. And God, he accused the angels to be false, to be liars. According to the chapter in the Quran, chapter 2, verse number 31, saying that all the angels are fraud. All of them, not a single one of them. Read the verse carefully. Tell me the names of these if you are truthful. They could not tell the names of those things, so they are truthful. So the Muslim, in order to avoid the stupidity of his book, he jumped like a monkey from a place to place. Jesus suddenly have a wife. Is that from your book? History. Which history? Antichrist people making movies? Stupidity is amazing. What makes Jesus God is not somebody saying he is God, is what Jesus did. In your stupid Quran, Jesus can resurrect people from death. In your stupid Quran, Jesus is a creator. He created from the mud a bird. This is your stupid Quran. Otherwise, anyone can claim to be God. I can claim to be God. You can claim to be God. Your prophet, he claimed to be prophet. When they ask him, what is the proof that you are a prophet? How come you don't have miracles? What was the excuse? Allah, he make miracle when he like. Wait and I will wait with you. Wait and I will wait with you. Are you still waiting? Muhammadan, are you still waiting for the miracles of Muhammad? Read and laugh. They say, why not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? What is the answer? The unseen is from Allah. What the heck? What does this have to do? They are saying, how come he have no miracle? And then he said to them, Allah said to them, wait and I will wait with you. Can you find me more stupid book than this? So the answer of the stupidity of the Quran is to say Jesus have a wife. This is how stupid this religion is. The stupidity is amazing. The guy, each time he called me, he says to me, I never heard this before, and now he's saying to me, you repeat the same thing. Can you believe it? Each time he called me, he says, how come I never heard this before? Each time, not a single time. And let us say, for the sake of argument, I'm repeating the same thing. But still, you cannot answer me because nobody's answering. Here we go. Where's the answer? I ask you about the stupidity of your book. You tell me Jesus have a wife. You jump like a monkey. What is the verse confirm the Bible? All of them. There's tons of them. I just showed you one. But one is more than enough. Who said there's only a verse? There's tons. And the Muslim, they try to change the translation. They try to hide it. But this is an example. This is a verse is given in the time of Muhammad. Chapter 2, verse number 89, chapter 2, verse number 91, chapter 2, verse 101, chapter 2, verse 213. Actually, 213, no, it's not the one. But here we go, 3 verses enough. But I can show you more. This is just, you see, I just search here, lima ma'ahum, which means what is with them. I can change it and search for a different thing. Bayna yadayhim. Between their hands. Look what will happen. مصدقا لما بين يديه. Approving what is between his hands. Chapter 3, verse 3. مصدقا لما بين يديه. Confirming what and confirming and agreeing with what between his hands. Here this is about Isa, supposedly. مصدقا لما بين يديه, confirming what is between his hands, which means the Torah. Do you see it? It's all over the Quran. Look how many verses. All of them, they confirm the Bible. And then every single stupid in YouTube, he says to you, the Bible is corrupted. What is the proof that the Bible is corrupt? They say to you this verse. Read and laugh. This is about the Jews. And what it says is not about really corruption. It says displace the word from their point. They displace the words. How? Read the story behind it. You will see a Jew, he put his finger over a word in the Torah. He put his finger. They did not change the book. They did not replace the book. They did not even change the location of the word. He placed his hand over the word. And then we find that Muhammad, the stupid Muhammad himself, he said to them, bring me the Torah, and he took an oath at it. So if the Jews, they corrupt the Torah, so how the guy, he take an oath of it? Do you see it? He went to the Jews, and the story here supposedly, a Jewish man, he put his finger in the top of the sentence where it says stoned him to death. And Muhammad, he says, bring me the Torah. They brought him the Torah. And then Muhammad, he says, after they placed the Torah, he treated the Torah with a lot of respect. Look how hypocrite he is. He took the cushion from underneath of him. He did not put the Torah in the ground. He put it in the cushion. And then he said, I believe in thee and the one who revealed thee. But this donkey, he says, no, our Bible is corrupt. We showed in the Quran saying that the Bible is confirmed even in the stupid Quran, which 600 years after Jesus. Still he says, the Council of in the Council of Nicaea, you idiot, this is where they meet to discuss a cult. And even that cult believed that Jesus is God. Which means at that moment, even when they were like a, let us say, an argument about a certain belief saying that Jesus he's God, but he was not always exist. There's a point where Jesus, he came to existence, where God the Father decided to have a son. The other Christian, they said this is not true. For in the beginning it was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. So both side, and this is a small size of Christians at that time, they follow certain priests saying those things, but those, even those ones, they believe that Jesus is God. So, and 300 years after Jesus, nobody of the Christians from any sect saying Jesus is not God. And about saying that Jesus have a wife, prove it to us. Not in your book, not in our book. Anything else doesn't count. Same time, your God, Allah, have a wife. Isn't it Allah, he said in the Quran, if Allah, he wanted to take a girlfriend, he will take it from ourselves? And then you ask yourself, how God, he will take a wife from ourselves. You see, I'm not going to question how he take a wife. I'm not going to question that. I will say that God is capable, you know, if he decide to take a wife, no problem. But the problem here is says, from ourselves. So how the Muslim, they say, Allah is one, and then Allah, we found that Allah is many. To the point, there's many like Allah. There's many Allah. Allah, he cannot marry himself. As you see, he will say, if I want to take a part-time fun, and this is the word, by the way, pastime, this is translation for the word lahu. Islam is an insult to women. So to the point, they call women lahu. Lahu means fun. Can you believe it? Not a wife. He did not say the word wife. He says fun. Women for fun. A whore. So if we want to take a woman for fun, in the Muslim translation, lying saying it is a wife. That is a lie. Nowhere it says the word wife. If we want to take a woman for fun, a whore, we will take her surely from us. Us who? And remember, we just showed you an article saying that the Quran literature is amazing. Not only the Arabic is stupid, not only they needed many to correct the Quran, including even Persian. Persian people, they corrected the Quran, the grammar of the Quran. This is the most stupid literature. How Allah suddenly is us. If you see the Muslim always they say when Allah he say we, he meant majestic. But this is stupid. Why Allah he want to make himself majestic by using the language? That is stupid. If he is one, he is one. That will not put him down if he is saying I. What kind of logic? Allah keeps saying we. And the Muslim, they make it more stupid. They say Allah, he say we because he is, it's more suitable to Allah to call himself we, like a king. But this is stupid to compare a God to a little king. little king who need to add we to make himself powerful. But even the king, by the way, he used the word we because he speaks in the authority of his family, the noble family who they are ruling, and the same time in the name of the nobles. This is how he got the authority. So when he say we the king, which means me the king and the rest who made me the king, we say this. Allah is one, so why he say we? Here is different story. Actually, in the same sentence you will see, if we were going, do you see, just right away it says, if we who? Do you see it? So he will take a wife from us if we. We could, do you see the word we? Look how many times the word we appear. We could surely have taken it from us. So the Muslim, they can solve the first we. What they will do with us? Any Abdul? And if the word we is more suitable to Allah, Allah, he feel better with it, that means Allah is not confident. He think that if I say I, he is not really describing himself well. So we need to give a fake we, because this is fake, unless he is truly many. So how a fake we can make a true God? If the God of the Bible says us, well, the Christian, they believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, one God. The person, you see in English they say the word person, but in the correct word, like in Arabic, we say uqnoom. I'm not sure what the equal word for it in English. I believe that the word person is not really a good description, but you know, as you know, English is not my first language. Any Muslim can help us? Allah will take a wife from us. Then the Abdul, he will say you are repeating the same thing. Should I show you more stupid things? No, we have millions of stupid things, but this is destroy all your logic about the monotheism. And actually Muhammad, he never taught monotheism. The first time Muhammad, he heard of monotheism, it was from a Jew. A Jewish man, he came to Muhammad, he get him busted, he spanked him like a puppy. Did Muhammad say to him, you are wrong? No, he said, do what he said. Do as he said. From now on, do as he say. Read and love. This is a Jewish rabbi, came to Muhammad and he said, what's wrong with you Muslims? You are a mushrikeen. Read carefully. You are setting up a rival to Allah, between two brackets, he did not say Allah, and associating other with him. With who? God. You say whatever Allah wills and you will, and you say by the Kaaba. Muhammad, he swear by the Kaaba. So the Prophet, look what happened. Did the Prophet debate him? Did the Prophet says, oh, I am a prophet, I know better than you? No, he agreed. He did not even say a word to the Jew. He was sitting like a chicken. So the Prophet commanded them, if they wanted to swear an oath, to say by the Lord of the Kaaba, and to say whatever Allah wills and what you will. Do you see it? What this story confirmed, that if this Jew did not pass by and school and spank Muhammad and leave 5 fingers in his ass, Muhammad until now is saying the same thing. Do you see it? So when they lie, they say that we Muslims, we are people of monotheism. You are not. You see, if Muhammad is a prophet, shouldn't Allah correct Muhammad? A Jew is walking by correcting a prophet of God? Habibi Jack Shalom, Habibi Jack Shalom. Tell Habibi Muhammad, tell him that he is a stupid idiot. He is not a monotheism person. Do you see it? This is one of the biggest lie when they say that Islam is a monotheism. Muslims actually don't even worship Allah. They worship a man. His name is Muhammad. Just yesterday we have a caller. His name is Abdullah. He is here in the chat. He says Allah, he created the whole world for the sake of Muhammad. The chair of Allah created for the sake of Muhammad. The pen of Allah created for Muhammad. Adam, you and me, the earth, the galaxies, the sun, the water, the sky, the fish, everything created for the sake of Muhammad. They worship Muhammad, which means the only reason for Allah to exist is Muhammad. Allah, he loses his value without Muhammad. So those liars, they say we worship God. In fact, they worship a man. And this man is a child molester, sex offender. Who of you here is first time? I have a slow text moving because, you know, we experience sometimes people come in and flood in the chat. If you are here first time, if you don't mind, you can leave a comment later in the chat and in the comment section and tell us that you are first time and what you think about what we do. And if you like to tell us where from, you are welcome. Unless that is something you don't like to share. Yeah, Allah, he sent a Jew. Allah, he sent a Jew to correct the stupid Abdul Muhammad. Going back to the topic. So a Muslim, he was driving his car. An evidence. Look at the title. An evidence proves that Muhammad is a real prophet. What those people eat for lunch. Those who defend Muhammad, are they suffering from brain damage? The proof that Muhammad is a prophet because he said don't eat standing up and sitting down, and later we find that Muhammad, he was eating and sitting down and eating and walking too.
So when we talk about modern times versus old times, they just discovered a few years ago an amazing discovery.
Amazing. He's almost going to jump from behind the table. Look how excited he is. I mean, put yourself in the shoes. They just discovered, okay, amazing discovery. What, where, how?
And they put it on the radio.
And the radio?
I was driving home from an event in Virginia.
Must be true in the radio.
I was falling asleep at the wheel. And I came to a stoplight. I put my head on the steering wheel. My little daughter, she was saying, Daddy, wake up. Daddy, wake up. I'm like, what? I said, I can't. I'm going to have to pull.
In this age, you have a little daughter. It must be Abraham. Continue. You have a brand new wife after you get rich because of Islam?
Over and stop. I'm too tired. I can't get back home. So she turned the radio on all the way up, real loud. And the voice on the radio says, never stand up when you eat or drink. I went, huh?
Huh?
Then he said, always sit down when you eat. He said, always sit down when you eat or drink. I went, huh? 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 Then he said, I went, huh?
What the heck?
I went, huh?
Look, what?
I went, huh?
That's a miracle.
I went, huh?
Well, how you can do that?
I went, huh?
Come on, stop.
I went, huh?
Please, no.
I went, huh?
No way.
I went, huh?
One more time, I will commit suicide. No.
I went, huh?
Look, what?
I went, huh?
I'm going to jump from the window.
I went, huh?
No way.
I went, huh?
How you can do that?
I went, huh?
Did you go to school to learn how to...
I went, huh?
Do it again.
I went, huh?
No way.
I went, huh?
Oh, no.
I went, huh?
This is too much.
I went, huh?
Stop, please.
I went, huh?
I will pay you. Please move away. I will shut that computer. I can't believe it. No, no. Please, no. You must be coming from... Are you an alien? No way. I'm convinced. This is true story, by the way. I'm telling you, this is true story. You like it, you don't like it, it's up to you. I don't know, but this is a true story. I challenge you, if any of you can do the same move, all of you Christians. You drive your car, you open the radio, you hear something about amazing about Jesus, you do like, what? Can you do that? No, you cannot.
Then he said,
Too many, huh? Oh boy. Keep going, keep going. That's good. Okay, stop. Stop, that's enough. Who as a Muslim can do better? Until now, everything you said to us is funny and stupid. Your prophet says don't eat standing and sitting, because if you drink standing, shaitan will, the cat will drink with you, which is very stupid and funny. Nobody can do that. It is from radio station, yeah. I mean, it's from radio station. Come on. Yeah. Radio station says that. Do we have any Abdul? Christian Press, you are repeating the same thing. This is the first time I hear this. Forgive me. This stupid religion is too much. It's too much hashish. By the way, soon we will publish 6 in Allah, variant number 2 in Russian. And again for free, as usual. Alright? Do we have any Muhammadan? So this is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet. Desperately, Muhammad, he cannot read and write. Actually, this is a proof that Muhammad is an idiot, because I can teach Muhammad how to read, how to write in 10 days. For a very simple reason, you speak Arabic already. Learning how to write, how to read is very easy then. Secondly, Muhammad did not want to become a prophet. Look at this. Muhammad don't want to become a prophet. Have you ever heard of a stupid statement like this? How does that happen? Look at this. Muhammad was terrified when he received the first revelation of the Quran. This means he don't want to be a prophet? That means he's suffering from mental illness. Why Mary, when she saw the same angel according to the Quran, she were not terrified? And she is a female. And why she did not run away? And by the way, why the angel did not squeeze her? That night, he fled from the cave where he had been praying in isolation, returned home to his wife Khadija in a state of panic. Muslims, anyone can explain to us why Muhammad was in the state of panic? Remember, this is your article. Why somebody, he just received a message from God, he is going crazy? Isn't it this is a proof that Muhammad is mentally ill? Actually, if we go to the same story where they are trying to read for us from, you will see that the same story repeat or report that Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. Is that true, Muslims? Obviously, Muhammad is mentally ill. You see, a person a person he commit suicide. Let us say a person he lost all his money, a person he lost somebody he loved, something, you know, horrible happened to him. He can lose his mind. But this guy, he stopped receiving revelation because his true father, Waraq ibn Nawfal, he died. Which means the revelation was coming from Waraq ibn Nawfal. After he died, he tried to commit suicide many times. Question to the Muslims. Was Muhammad a believer or he's a disbeliever? If he is a believer and already he's a prophet, remember, what kind of a prophet he tried to commit suicide? Any Muslim? I am a Muhammadan. Open your Skype and debate me now. Are you scared? Well, I am scared, my friend, and my Skype is open. Why you are not responding to my message in Skype? What's your name in Skype? I don't see a message from you. What is your name in Skype? You must be a scary person, man. I don't see your message in Skype. Give me your name. I will call you. Post your name for us in Skype. So as you see here, Muhammad is obviously mentally ill. And for sure, this is not the only reason to believe Muhammad is mentally ill. Even the Muslim, they say, Aisha, she say, that the Prophet was bewitched and he imagined he done a thing. In fact, he did not. Muhammad, he received revelation in the sound of a bell. But Muhammad, he said that the sound of a bell is an instrument of shaitan. Everything Muhammad he did is a proof that he is mentally ill. Muhammad, he received satanic verses. I message to you, my name is I am Abdullah Hamadan. Okay, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have any message from Abdullah Hamadan. Is that something you did today? I don't see. Maybe you are blocked already? Did you insult before? Are you the one who sent the message before says Christianity is finished and you use the word bitch? Are you the same person? Because I don't see you here. But anyway, give me the Skype exactly address, post it, and I will search you in Skype and I will find you. And we will have a good time with you. Alright, Mr. Hamadan? Give me the name exactly how it is in Skype. Is it Abdullah Hamadan? As it is? I mean, to find you, because I think if I search for the name, I will find a million names with this such a thing. Abdullah Hamadan. Yeah, I found you 3 just by typing that word. So which one is you? Actually, if I click at people, I will find like 10,000 people. They have the same name. Give me the exact Skype so we can, find you. All right, I'm waiting for you. Please, if you are a Muslim, invite your sheikh and let him call us, and you will see that Muslims, they have no idea what Islam is about. Not a single Muslim actually he knew what Islam is. Actually, let me look in. Give me a second to see if we can find this guy. Abdullah Hamadan. Yeah, even you are not in the blocked list. I'm looking. Actually, here I see somebody. His name is Abdullah Hamadan. All right. In the block. You must be filthy then. You must be a filthy mouth. Text me, Abdullah Hamadan. I just took you from the block list, but you are still not in the chat. Here we go. I found you actually. Yeah, you are the one who I hang up on him in after 9 seconds. So you are the one I think I called and you did not answer. Here we go. I'm calling you. Yes, Mr. Abdullah Hamadan. Ultimate Ford, is that you? Hello? Hello? Here we go. See, this is the same guy. Stupid idiot. He don't even have a good internet. Ultimate Ford. Are you scared? I mean, this guy, he did not have enough. I mean, there's no more place for my fingers over his bum. If you take off your pant and you take a picture of it, Ultimate Ford, you will find like 100 marks of my fingers, and you keep calling. What a stupid idiot! Mentally ill. He don't know what to do. I mean, we made him shish kebab a billion times, and still he wanna come back, because this is what happened to them when they lose first time, second time, third time. It's like gambling, you know. You wanna call again and again and again, hoping that he can return his stupidity, but it's not working. So Abdullah Hamadan, are you scared? Open, and even he changed his name. It's Abdullah Hamadan now. It's Abdullah Hamadan. What a potato. Anyway, do we have any real Muslim, not a kid? I mean, where is the Muslims who claim to have knowledge in the cult of Muhammad? Actually, you know what? I don't want to talk to him, because I'm afraid that this guy, he might hurt himself for what's each time he call me. I mean, it's horrible. And if you go right now and search for Ultimate Ford in the internet, you will find how many videos the Christian, they recorded him and they are posting it all over just for fun. Just for fun. And this guy, each time he called me, he claimed that he had a victory. So why you don't download the video of your victory, put it in your channel, so people, they can see how victorious you are? Abdul. All Muslims who call me, feel free to download my video and put it in your channel. I beg you. No, he's not obsessed somehow. I think because, you know, what happened, each time he called me, he get humiliated badly. It's like when you go to the casino, you play with $10, then you lose them. Then you say, okay, I'm not going to leave. I lost $10. I'm going to play to get back the $10. So now he play with 20. He lose them. I'm not going to go. I have to play with 30. You lose them. This is what happened to this guy. He loved to lose. And for me, he became very boring. Especially this guy. He don't speak Arabic. He cannot read Arabic. And he want to school us in Arabic. The most hilarious ever you can imagine. Last time he called me, it took me 2 seconds to spank him. He says to me, where in the Quran it says maybe? I said, which verse you want me to read for you? He said, any. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, any. All those verses saying that. Maybe, the God of maybe. Have you ever heard of a God? He keeps saying maybe. Maybe Allah will forgive you. Maybe Allah will do that to you. But the one who's talking is Allah. Maybe. And he called me and says, I challenge you to find me where Allah says maybe. You do not know Arabic. Mentally ill person. Like Muhammad. So do we have any Muslim would like to call us and tell us any reason to believe Muhammad is a prophet beside maybe beside the radio? I mean, the evidence here is not working. That Muhammad, he said, why Muhammad is a prophet? He said, don't eat when you are standing up. And then we find out that if you drink, if you're standing up, that will make the cat drink with you. Anyone, any Muslim can explain to us how the cat will drink with me if I drink standing up? And then we find that Muhammad himself, he used to drink sitting and standing. And the Sahaba used to walk and drink in the same time. And always Muhammad, he come with his own fiction of knowledge. Like Allah, he loved those who sneeze, and Allah disliked those who yawn. Why? Because Shaitan, he laugh at you when you yawn. No, I'm not going to do ZakirNaik impression, because ZakirNaik, he told me, please, that is hurting my feeling. Okay? So I told him, okay, ZakirNaik, from now on, I will not make your voice. Alright? I'm not going to tell the people, Brother Theta, I have a child, and my son, he's now a grown man, and he's looking for a wife. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody, he is supposedly a sheikh. He mentioned in YouTube, 2 million of Muslim women, I have a son, he want to get married, talk to him. What's wrong with those people? Dating online? Or dating in YouTube, I mean. Assalamu alaikum. My son now become 21 and we're looking for a wife for him. Like, what the heck? Even Muhammad did not do that. Your son is looking for a wife. He make a video just about this. Imagine he made a video just to tell people that my son is looking for a wife. If you look at his son, I mean, this guy, I mean, I feel sorry for him. This guy should be playing in the kindergarten. He's a kid. They want to make him like inherit the business of his father, you know. Good business. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? So what, are we stuck with this guy with the radio? The evidence of the radio? The Prophet, he said, don't stand up when you are drinking? Anyone? Who is a Muslim would like to text me in Skype so I can call him? Mayday, Mayday. A Muslim needed. Why did Jesus have to die so that can he forgive our sin? Sparkling. Are you stupid by birth, or this is something you earned later? Because who said to you he have to die? Who said that he have to die? Who said even he have to come? Who he said that he have to talk to us? I will go with your logic, you're stupid. Do Muhammad have to come? Why Allah have to send Muhammad? Can't Allah save us without Muhammad? Can't Allah save us without Isa? Why he send the Isa? You see, I'm using your logic. Why Allah he send the Quran? Can't Allah save us without the Quran? Why Allah he send ZakirNaik? Listen, friends, I do not mention my name. First of all, you are talking to the guy, his name is ZakirNaik. Why are you talking about me? Hey, ZakirNaik, come on, we just add to the spice, to the conversation. I mean, this guy is a genius, and this is why I remind me of you, because both of you are genius. Good friends, got a point. I don't remind you of David, and David, okay, you can talk about me. Exactly. So look what he says. Why does Jesus have to die? You want to answer him? First of all, my son, Jesus did not die. Allah, he told Jesus have not to die. Hey, Abdul, so why Jesus have not to die then? Here we go, the same question. Why Jesus cannot die? Everybody die. Muhammad died. Even they killed him by a poison from Home Depot. So ZakirNaik, why Jesus did not die? Christian Prince, Allah he replied, and Allah he said, I'm not going to let you die. But why? Because Allah didn't have to die. But why? Why Muhammad died? All the prophets did die except Jesus. Why? Allah knows best. ZakirNaik, this is not an answer. We know that Allah knows best and Muhammad knows more too. Come on, we know the answer, right? So, because Jesus is a special, he shall not die. Is that correct? First of all, this is above my knowledge, so I cannot answer you. However, my son is 21 years old, and we are looking for a wife for him. And by the way, don't forget to buy black seed from Minidab. Are you there, Mr. Sparkling Fashion? You are stupid like your prophet. The Bible says, for God he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. So not because he have to, but because he loved to. You are a stupid idiot. Who's next? Who's next? Where you get this from? He have to. God, he have to do nothing to us. He sent us to hell. That's it. He have to. What if he did not save us? He will die because there's no bread and no gas and no food. Why he have to? You are just a stupid. I mean, those. What kind of food your mom she feed you? Is that kind of urine involved? Any Abdul? I make you laugh. I make you cry too. You know, the first thing you notice about Muhammadan, they have the most fast processor in their head. I can't describe for you how many Intel processor there is in one head. Actually, according to Google, Prophet Google, that the Muslim brain is the most expensive. I was wondering why. So I contacted Google. I said, why the price of a Muslim brain is the most expensive? They said because it's never been used. Christian Prince, I get you, but you get the point there. Muslim brain is the most expensive because it's brand new, never been used. We got you. Their brain never been used. Because if they use their brain for a second, they will not believe in such a garbage we see in the screen. Can you tell me, can you prove to me that you use your brain when you read this? So God, he loved those who sneeze and he hated those who yawn. And why? Because Shaitan, he laughs at the one who yawn. Okay, let him laugh. What's the problem? What is exactly the problem, Abdul? For when any one of you yawns, Satan laugh at him. Like, what the heck? That's deep. This is your genius, prophet? If this is your genius, who is your donkey? Unbelievable. And this will remind me, hold on, let us take a commercial break. Shall we? The wisdom of Allah is all over the place. Allah told the Prophet all those information. Nobody knows such a information 1400 years ago. How you can explain such an information? Commercial break.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran has mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
All right, the end of a commercial break. So Shaitan, he sleep in your nose, he piss in your ears, and he jump in your mouth when you are yawning. Or actually, when you are sneezing too. In the Muslim videos, they said that this is because the Prophet is trying to fight diseases. The Prophet was trying to fight diseases. Is that really the reason? And they make videos speaking about how the Prophet fighting Corona. I mean, can you find one legitimate Abdul? He can be honest about his religion.
So this is what Islam says. And these are all coming from the Quran, which is the word of Allah, or from the sayings of Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Yeah, what he said.
Right after we wake up from the sleep, we just don't want to go to the internet and start working.
This is from the Quran? The Quran says that? Oh, okay.
Not even praying. Even before praying, we are supposed to go and wash our hands.
We are supposed to. Where this is coming from? From the Quran, the Hadith. Okay, can you show us?
So look at this. CDC in the 21st century, Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, way back in the 7th century.
We just showed you Muhammad, he go even have sex with all his wives without washing. He don't even wash his penis. We show you that your Prophet, he never touched the water with his hand even after eating and before eating. So what are you talking about? And not only that, your Prophet encouraging Muslim to sneeze, saying that is sneezing from Allah. What else?
Right? Alhamdulillah. The number 2 recommendation to prevent diseases or the infection or the coronavirus is the lockdown, right? Stay at home.
Lockdown. Lockdown. Okay, they will say to you that the Prophet says if there is an epidemic, don't enter there and don't leave there. But Muhammad, he said that disease, they don't spread from person to person. Let us show you how Muhammad, the idiot, how he can destroy mankind if they follow his teaching. Is that your Prophet saying that diseases don't spread? Muslim transmitted the same hadith in the authority of Ibn Abbas, the Messenger of Allah forbidden it and had additional phrase of every word. This is not the one. Here we go. This is the one. لا عدوى ولا طيرة. The Messenger of Allah, they said, there is no infection and no evil omen, but there is nothing that may be a source of a trouble. Then it could be in the house, a house, or a horse, a woman. Your Prophet don't believe in infection, as you see. There's no infection. If somebody says to you there's infection, Muhammad says this is a lie. It's a lie. Do you see it?
And by the way, the translation here of the infection, this is not correct. what he said, that there's no transmitting by infection of disease. Let us say, like viruses now, like they go from a person to person. So this does not exist. This does not exist. So based on Muhammad, they were lying, saying that Muhammad, he said this and that. Muhammad, he says diseases cannot be transmitted. Why Muhammad is saying that? Because this is Allah. When you get sick, Allah, he made you sick. This is for individual. And Muhammad, because he believed in superstition, he said that bad things can happen because there's a bad woman in the house, or a woman in the house, or a female horse. This is what causes bad things and bad illness in the house. This is how stupid this man is. And as you see, this is all authentic. Do we have any Muhammadan? Until now, we have 0 Muslim trying to contact us. Any Muslim? Any Muhammadan? Yeah, I know. We have to agree that the necklace seed. I know about a person, by the way. I know a person. This is a true story, by the way. His camera. He bought like a new camera, and he have iPhone. And he was charging them, and then like a whole voltage came and burned his camera and his iPhone 14, by the way. This is a true story. Then he heard that if he put the necklace seed in the top of the camera and his phone, they will recover. He did not believe it. He heard that on radio. He was driving. Let me tell you what happened. Let me just to show you how this story happened to him. This guy, he was driving his car, and he was really sleepy, charging his phone in his car, and then those as you know. So like as you know. So he, and then he put the necklace seed, and the necklace seed fixed everything for him, and he was like, okay.
I had a steering wheel. My little daughter, she was saying, "Daddy, wake up! Daddy, wake up!" I'm like, "What?" I said, "I can't. I'm gonna have to pull over and stop. I'm too tired. I can't get back home." So she turned the radio on all the way up, real loud, and the voice on the radio says,
"You know what I was afraid from? That he will say, a voice from the radio says, 'I am Allah, worship me.'" A voice from the radio? What do you mean a voice from the radio? I'm really confused about this statement. A voice from the radio. I mean, come on. A voice. I mean, what the radio usually produce? Hummus? No. Camel urine? No. A voice. Look how deep the details is. A voice from the radio. How you can make? Nobody can make such a story up. It's a voice from the radio. Like, what's wrong with you? Isn't it clear? We have Abdul. We got a fish. Let us hope he will answer. He's not answering. Let me lower the sound of the ring. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. What do you want to say to us? Do you know the topic?
No, I'm not sure about the topic.
Well, we are talking about the evidence that Muhammad is a prophet. Do you have any evidence you can share with us?
Is this Christian Prince? Right? I'm just
Yes, I'm a Christian Prince, and we are live on air, my friend. And you text me, said call me, right? And you are a Muslim.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Actually, I would like to say to you that I'm very thankful to you because I've been listening to you for almost 3 months now.
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure whatever evidence, because I've already checked with my ustads and everything, you are telling the truth.
Wonderful. So what do you think now? What you will do as long as you are saying I'm telling the truth?
In my heart, I've already because I've also checked the Bible and read some few and cross-reference with your proof evidence that you show, and I'm convinced that it is true. But as you know that it is not safe for me to say publicly.
Well, you are live on air, so if there's something you don't want to say, then stop. You can hang up because now you are live on air. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I request you for one question, if you don't mind me to ask you.
Go ahead.
A question. Because most of the time when I ask almost most of my ustads and those people who are arif, who are very scholar in Islam, when I ask them about the privileges that you show, that the Prophet Muhammad had privileges of what they call if he sees any women and everything, he can have them. Is that sahih, or is that acceptable? And why don't most of the ustads and imam have ever shared this?
Well, you know, when I mention something, I always give reference. And you know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how they can say this is not true if I am using their own Islamic books and their own scholars? As an example, if you open Al-Qurtubi, you can take reference. Al-Qurtubi, volume number 14, page number 212.
Okay.
Al-Qurtubi, Tafsir Al-Qurtubi. Al-Qurtubi is one of the highest scholars for the Muslims. This is not Christian Prince. This is not Christian Prince saying that. And the one who speak there is Ibn al-Arabi, I think. So, and volume number 14, page number 212. And by the way, this can be found in all kinds of Islamic library. Like here, I just searched for it. This is Shia library, but this is not a Shia book. This is a Sunni book, just to let you know. So if they say to you, this is, you can find the Qurtubi in the website of the Islamic government of Saudi Arabia. So if we translate here, the reference is going to say, I click translate to English, is going to say right away, interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, page number 14, volume number 14, page number 212. It says here, if his sight fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her. So how they can say it's not true? And why the Muslim scholars of Islam, they are saying such a thing if it's not true? And how the Muslims even they publish it in their Islamic government websites? And how they consider Al-Qurtubi a scholar if he is lying? And it's not even Al-Qurtubi saying that. Al-Qurtubi is he is telling what the scholars they say about the privilege of Muhammad.
Actually, I've actually I've printed the website and showed to my ustads nearby the masjid and everything. I realized that one, they do not know to read the thing properly because to be very honest with you, I don't know how to read in Arabic.
Okay.
So I rely most of it in translation. So when I approach them, asking them to interpret, is it as same as how you interpret? I realized that they could not interpret properly. Secondly, they could hide. They want to hide the meaning of that interpretation. So I'm not, but then when I use Google Translation, as I tried to do it, but still I couldn't get the proper.
My friend, first of all, there's no need for interpretation. The sentence is very simple. If his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her. Even this one need interpretation. And here, as you see, this is, I just found it here, I open it in the government of Saudi Arabia website. All right. And this is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, page number 424. 424. And this is the chapter 33, verse number 50. And here you will find they count the privilege of Muhammad, and they count them. I think they are 16 here in this book. Here they say like number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. And one of the, most of the privilege actually is about his sixth desire, that he don't have to pay a woman, because Muslims they have to pay. He get it for free. Women they can offer themselves, and you know, and then they add one of the most disgusting, let us say, if his eyes fall into a woman, her, and the woman is even married, her husband must divorce her. So we are not, you know, we are just reading what is there. There's no need for interpretation. This because this is the interpretation. Even the interpretation needs interpretation now. You know what I mean? Al-Qurtubi itself is interpretation. So if the interpretation needs interpretation, this religion is really messed up. And even in the same page, it says, here actually, here we go. This is a privilege number 10. The one is saying, إذا وقع بصره على امرأة وجب على زوجها طلاقها and وحل له نكاحها. If his eyes fell into a woman, or his sight fell into a woman, which means he like her, it's a must for her husband to divorce her, so the Prophet can F her. All right, and this is a privilege number 10. And if we use Google Translation, we can do it right now. And this is again the official government website of Saudi Arabia. Let's see. I think he hung up. I can tell this guy, he left Islam already and he became a Christian. Let us see, or let us find. No, not here. Not here. 10th. Okay. The word. We are just looking for the word. Here we go. You see, this is Google Translation. I have nothing to do with it. Tenth. This is 10th, the number 10. If his sight fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her, and the Prophet he can F her. They translate, Google translate the word F her to marriage. And she is a permissible for him. This is the Prophet of God. If his eyes fall into a woman, and this is in their own books. This is not an enemy of Muhammad saying such a thing. And as you see, this is Al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is not a Jewish website. This is not a Hindu website. This is the official government of the kingdom. If we zoom in the banner, let us do that. You will see here it says Quran ksu.education.sa, Saudi Arabia. Do you see the address? This is a Prophet of God. So the Muslims, They come with all the most silly, stupid things about this man to worship him and to make him a prophet. But everything proved to us that Muhammad is a very filthy, trashy person. Anyway, my friend, I don't know if you can call me back or not. I am so happy that you decide Islam, to leave Islam, sorry. And what I understand from you, that already you become a Christian. I'm really happy for you. And I think from the word you say Ustad, so I think this is where people from Asian countries, they say that. Somebody saying, can I call you after Abdul? No, my friend, we take calls of Muslims only. Muslims or ex-Muslims. Do we have any Muslim? See, this gentleman here, he is listening to me only for 3 months. And he found that everything I am saying is true. And I mean, how you can find it's not true? We put it in the screen. We read what they are writing. We show their own interpretation. So how it cannot be true, not be true? So, because his decency win, this person is decent. He printed, he took it to his ustad, the sheikhs, the one who make a lot of money from this business. They refuse to read it, and they deny it. But as you see, this is official. This is literally official. Do we have any Abdul? And you know, I will be happy to see tens of thousands, God help us, tens of thousands of Muslims from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from all those Asian countries leave Islam. And why they will not? You see, why their ustad, why those who call themselves ustads, and the funny, by the way, they call themselves ustad, but even Arab, we don't use that. What ustad? Ustad is a word you use for somebody is a teacher, but not a religious teacher. You know what I mean? This is telling you, they are not really connected with their own religion. Indonesia specifically. Or Indonesian. After 1,000 years, they discovered that they were praying to Somalia. The biggest Islamic country, Allah did not send them inspiration to warn them that you are praying to the wrong direction. 1,000 years. The poor Muhammadan praying to Somalia. When they received the first time the GPS, they discover that an error was made. So all the prayer they made is gone with the wind. And by the way, how in the world even you can pray now to the direction of Mecca if the earth is flat? 1,000 years. Listen carefully. Not a year, not you know. After 1,000 years, they discover, and here it says 1,000-mile mistake. Look at the mistake, how small it is. We skip Asia, we go to Africa. All their history as Muslims, they were praying to the wrong direction. Since Islam come to Ethiopia, I don't know how many years. Isn't it amazing? Where was Allah? Allah could not send the Jibreel for one of them says, hey Abdul, for the sake of the leg of Allah, you are praying to the direction of a Christian prince chicken house. You have a chicken house in Somalia. Somalia. If there's any Muslim would like to talk, just give me a text and I will call you, because soon we will be done. Okay. Look like we got the Albanian translation for Quran and science. All right. So we will publish it too, maybe tomorrow or the day after. So we will publish very soon, 6 in Allah in very number 2 in Russian, and Quran and science in Albanian for free for sure. All right. We will post them out for you soon. So, Mayday, any Muhammadan? Actually, it's getting late for me. It is already almost 2 AM in the morning. And already today we have many hours. How many hours we did today in the last 24 hours? That's a lot, right? In the last 24 hours? A lot of hours. But you see, I'm so glad. Even I get tired, even I lose my voice. Even it's not easy to sit for all those hours in the chair and don't move and don't go anywhere. But when you hear a voice like this person calling me from the middle of nowhere in Asia, I never met him, I never saw him, he did not know me. Isn't it this is what brings joy to everything we do? This person, sooner or later, he will have his own family, or maybe he have a family already, he have a wife and children. So you can imagine how many people you saved from the devil Muhammad. So I say to you, like when you say, Christian Prince, you are coming back, I say it's worth it, my friend. I'm really tired, my eyes hurting me. You can tell even my voice is not right. I need to sleep, but it is really worth it. So now I will go and I will be sleeping happily for hearing a person, he found the truth. And those are just people who called. God knows how many they did not call because they don't want their voice to be recognized. You know how faithful this religion is. So I say to you, it's worthy, very worthy. And I invite you to receive the blessing. Join our work. I'm not going to tell you join our work by making donation. No. Join our work. Give my books for free to people around you. Download my videos, repost them again. This is easy. Don't give anyone donation. Don't do that. No. We are giving you the easiest part. Just post how easy it can be. So don't be a silly person who spent his life just wasting his time. Time goes so fast, my friend. And the day we will die is coming. You like it, you don't, it's not up to you. And then the Lord will ask you what you bring back with you, what you did. You lived for 70, 80, 100 years. What you did exactly, what you were saying. I bought cars. I was working to feed my kids. Well, chicken, they feed their kids. There's nothing new. All kind of animals, they take care of their babies until they can walk and find their own way. That is not really something special. The special is to be a name to be remembered. To be a person will be remembered by the Lord himself when he said, from their fruits you shall know them. So the Lord himself will recognize you by your fruits. There's people who will come to the Lord and they have a lot of fruits with them. And there's people who they are Christians supposedly, but they have empty trunk. How shameful. So receive the blessing of the Lord. Save people. Be Christian. Join the mission. You don't need to work with me. I'm not asking you to do that. Just do what you think you can do. Do it. Whatever. Maybe you have your own way. Maybe you can do way better than me and him and her. Do it. Don't be a person who just watch. Supporting the truth is not by watching. Supporting the truth is by being part of the truth. So, if you have no fruits, you have no Christ. For a true believer, he gives good fruits. The Bible says a tree without fruit is like a dead faith. So don't be proud about being a tree, but you are empty. So we are happy to our friend here, and he can tell me in Skype whatever he wants in private. He can text me, my friend. I'm so happy for you. And we pray and we ask the Lord to open your heart more and more, and to bring more of your family to Christ. And not only you will leave Islam soon, all those ustads will leave Islam too. And I believe that a revolution come to Asian countries, Islamic countries in Asia. A big revolution, but peaceful one, where the love of Jesus will invade the heart of every Muslim house in Indonesia, in Bangladesh, in India, everywhere. And they will come to Christ and they will be saved. People, they can say whatever they want about Christ, but all what they say will not change anything, that he's amazing. The person who called me, he starts saying things, none of them make any difference for us. Like he said, Jesus have a brother. Who care? Your Quran says Jesus have no father and he is born from a virgin. So obviously she is a virgin. And Jesus is special in his birth. Even the Quran confirmed that the way he was come to this earth, or he came to this earth, is a miracle. Not only he do miracles nobody can do, he himself is a miracle. So our Lord, my friend, they can say whatever they want about him. They try to make Muhammad the greater in what? Muhammad is a child molester, a criminal, a thief, you name it. His eyes fell into a woman, her husband must divorce her. This is totally the opposite of Christ's teaching. So with Christ, nobody can win against us. Why? Because they cannot find any fault in him. Can they? When you look at Christ, you don't see a criminal, you don't see a child molester, you don't see a thief, you don't see a cheater. You see a person, he say and he do what he say, and what he say he do. When Jesus says, they ask him how to pray, he says, pray like this, our Father art of heaven. And right away, you see how important it is. He said, forgive to us as we forgive to others. And then when he is on the cross, he did what he taught us. He said, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. So Christ is not Muhammad the hypocrite. He said to them, don't do that, and he do it. He do not need a privilege, yet he is God. You will see that Jesus have zero privilege when he was between us. Not only that, he washed the feet of his followers. And when the followers, the disciples, they say, Lord, what are you doing? He said, if you don't let me do it, you don't belong to me. Why? Because he want to teach us that a true person, true God, true Christ, true Jesus, he do not need a privilege. He wants us to be servants. For no master cannot or can be a master without being a servant. Muhammad, he wants everybody to serve him. He wants to be God. He's a hypocrite. While Jesus was doing miracles, making the blind see, resurrecting people from death, Muhammad was busy going after women, including children. This filthy cult is a curse, and behind it the devil, and there's no question about that, and we prove that every day. I want to say thank you for all of you. Thank you for those who support us. Thank you for those who join us in our life each time we come. And again, I would like to see good comments or even bad comments. I want to see Christians. When I say bad, it means people don't agree with me. I want to see people who think. People who part of life, and they are not just numbers. People who use their brain. People who have heart and brain, they work together. So leave your comment, download the video, share it with your friends, tell people about what we do, and for sure, all kind of support is welcome. And number one support is to share the truth, and the truth will set you free. Thank you, God bless you, and we'll see you soon again. Take care.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.